Sit down and listen to me for a moment. I am 85 years old. My hair is gone. My body is slow. My hands shake. But my mind remembers everything. I have lived long enough to watch life build and life break. I have buried friends. I have lost chances. I have seen dreams die quietly. And if there is one reason I am speaking today, it is this: so you don't repeat my mistakes. When I was young, I believed time was endless. I thought I had years, decades, forever. I woke up late. I delayed decisions. I told myself there is still time. But time is a silent thief. It does not shout. It does not warn. It simply takes day by day until suddenly you are old. If you are young and listening to me now, understand this: you think you have time. You don't. In my youth, I was afraid to try, afraid to fail, afraid of what people would say. So I stayed safe. I stayed comfortable. I stayed small. Comfort feels good in the moment, but it steals your future slowly. I watched others take risks while I hesitated. I watched others move forward while I waited. I watched others build lives while I stayed where I was. Years later, I realized the biggest risk is not taking one. There was a dream I had when I was young, a simple dream, not impossible, not unrealistic, but I kept postponing it. Next year, after I'm ready, when the time is right. The time was never right, and one day the dream disappeared. Not because I failed, but because I waited too long. Listen carefully. Dreams do not die in one moment. They die slowly, in delay. When I reached middle age, life became heavy. Responsibilities, work, family, bills, pressure. I chased money thinking it would bring peace. Money helps, yes, but money cannot buy time. Money cannot buy youth. Money cannot buy health. Once it is gone. I worked long hours but forgot to live. I was present, but not truly alive. There was a moment, I remember it clearly. I looked in the mirror and saw a tired man, not broken, not defeated, but empty. And I asked myself, is this the life I wanted? Silence answered me. Sometimes life does not scream. Sometimes life whispers, and if you don't listen, regret grows. I lost friends along the way. Strong men, good men, full of plans. They believed they had more time. They believed tomorrow was guaranteed. Tomorrow never came for some of them. Life is fragile, more fragile than you think. Do not wait to live. Do not wait to change. Do not wait to become. As I grew older, I began to understand simple truths. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody will build your life for you. Nobody can walk your path. Life is you versus you. You versus fear. You versus comfort. You versus delay. And every day, one side wins. I regret the days I wasted. I regret the chances I ignored. I regret the words I never said. I regret the risks I never took. Failure hurts for a moment. Regret stays for a lifetime. If you remember one thing from my story, remember this: it is better to fail trying than to grow old wondering. At 70, my body slowed. At 80, my world became quiet. And now, at 85, I see life clearly, not through hope, not through illusion, but through truth. Time is the most valuable thing you have, and you are spending it right now. If you are still listening, thank you, because what I am about to say is not light. It is not comfortable. It is truth, the kind you only understand when most of your life is behind you. And I wish I had understood these things earlier. The first truth: life is short, much shorter than you think. When you are young, days feel long, years feel far away. You think life moves slowly, but suddenly decades pass like seasons. You don't notice it while it happens. You notice it when it is gone. One day you wake up and the mirror shows a stranger, older, slower, quieter. And you ask yourself, where did the time go? I asked that question too late. The second truth, most fears are illusions. I feared failure. I feared judgment. I feared losing. But in the end, the real loss was fear itself. Fear stopped me more than failure ever did. Fear kept me small more than weakness ever did. If I could return to my youth, I would not remove pain. I would remove fear, because fear is the cage you build around your own life. The third truth, comfort is dangerous. Comfort feels warm, safe, easy, but comfort slowly weakens you. The days I chose comfort over courage became the years I regret. Growth is uncomfortable. Change is painful. Discipline is hard. But regret is heavier than all of them. Now I will tell you my biggest regret. Not money, not failure, not struggle. My biggest regret is time wasted. Days spent waiting, years spent delaying, opportunities ignored, dreams postponed. I always believed I would start later. Later became never. And nothing hurts more than knowing you could have done more, but didn't. Listen carefully, especially if you are young. One day your body will slow down. One day your energy will fade. One day your time will be limited. And in that moment, you will not wish for more comfort. You will wish for more courage. You will wish you tried more, risked more, lived more. Do not wait for that moment. Another truth, nobody is thinking about your life as much as you think. People are busy with their own struggles, their own fears, their own survival. Do not live for approval. Do not stop for judgment. Do not delay because of opinions. In the end, your life is your responsibility. No one else can live it for you. As I grew older, I understood something simple. Happiness is not loud. It is not in money. It is not in fame. Happiness is peace. Peace with your choices. Peace with your effort. Peace with knowing. You tried. I did not always have that peace, and that is why I speak to you now. Let me tell you about time again. Time is silent, but unstoppable. It gives you moments, chances, days. But if you waste them, it never returns them. You cannot save time. You cannot pause time. You cannot buy time. You can only use it or lose it, and you are using it right now. If I could go back to my youth, I would live differently. I would start earlier. I would fear less. I would risk more. I would speak truth. I would love deeper. I would waste less time. Not because life would become easy, but because regret would become lighter. Now listen carefully. This is the most important part. If you are young, you still have time. Time to change, time to build, time to become stronger than you are today. Do not waste it like I did. Do not wait for motivation. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Do not wait for life to push you. Start now, even if small, even if slow, even if afraid. Move, because movement creates life. Action creates change. Discipline creates destiny. One day, you will be old too. And when that day comes, life will ask you one question. Did you live or did you wait? I waited too long. Do not make the same mistake. Final. Listen closely. When this message ends, your life continues. Nothing magical will happen. No sudden change. No perfect moment. Only a decision. The decision to keep waiting or the decision to begin. If you walk away and do nothing, life will continue the same. But if you decide today, truly decide, everything can change. Stand up mentally, breathe deeply, and take one step forward. Not tomorrow, not later, now. because time is moving, whether you move or not. And remember the words of an old man who has lived 85 years. It is better to live with scars from trying than to die with regret from waiting. Your time is still in your hands. Use it before it becomes a memory.